Are you a new artist trying to figure out what your album or EP should be titled? Maybe you're wondering how to choose an album title that's something special, but is also brandable. Well, stick around because in this video, I'm going to be sharing 3 of my best tips for choosing an album title. Let's blast off.
You got that and I can't stop with these boys from California.
Konnichiwa, cyborgs. I'm Jonathan Miller, and welcome back to Jonathan Miller Music, helping you become a better songwriter. I make futuristic and outer space-inspired dance pop music, and every Wednesday on this channel, I'm helping others take their music to level 2. That sounds good? Consider subscribing. If not, then good luck on your own and hope it works out for you. Cause what credit do I have after releasing 5 albums and 4 EPs? Wow, that's a lot. Wait, come back. So my first tip is pick a song that best represents your album as a whole. Think about what song really represents this phase of your life. Title songs are really good insights to you as an artist because your fans can learn so much about you and your experiences from one song. For example, let's take a look at my song 5 from my last album, 5. It's very EDM, pop, R&B, which is really what I was into at the time. The lyrics are very honest about what I was experiencing at the time. I mean, literally verse 2 says it all. Way too long since I've been on the scene. I kind of stepped away from music. I was still dabbling here and there, but I was doing other stuff. Friends moved on. I lost a lot of friendships. Some were fake ass bitches and we don't talk about them anymore. And some of them, you know, people just grow apart. It happens. And I roasted coffee beans. I worked at Starbucks for 2 years and wasn't focused on music. The synth and the beat came through the other side. I wrote a song called Christmas on the Dance Floor, which was the first electronic song I'd written in a long time, and it just felt so good. Now I'm renewed and never felt more alive. That's literally it. I was making music again and it just felt right. I knew this is what I wanted to do. And it felt like a part of me was missing. And then the chorus just amplifies all of those feelings and really depicts how I felt. The second tip I have for you is pick a lyric that best represents the overall feel of your album. This acts as kind of an Easter egg for your fans to find as they're listening through the record. And this lyric or hook can be anything that maybe you've gravitated towards, or maybe it's a life mantra that you just really want to share. It's not as common as finding a specific song, but it does happen. For example, let's take a look at Reputation by Taylor Swift. The title really represents what she was going through. I mean, she was getting a lot of heat for X, Y, and Z. We're not going to go into it on this channel. And it's actually taken from multiple songs. It's kind of a theme that repeats through a lot of them, like Delicate or Endgame. And the last tip I have for you is kind of 3 rolled into 1, which is you can either self-title your album, you can pick an important noun, or you can just have it completely random. Self-titled albums are usually most common for new artists on their first or second album, like Shawn Mendes' upcoming album is self-titled, or it's for previous band members that have gone solo or they're doing a solo project, like Camila Cabello's first album. An important noun can be a person, like Lady Gaga's Joanne album, or it can be a place or a time, kind of like what Adele does, where she names her albums after her age at the time, or it can be completely random, like Britney Spears, who got her album title Glory from her son on the day the album was finished. Or you can go the deadmau5 route, who waited until the last second and then decided to title his album literally Album Title Goes Here. Now, he has a sense of humor, so he can get away with that. Basically, whatever you call your record, personally, I would recommend you choose something that is special to you. It doesn't have to make sense to anyone else, despite what your record label is saying or your friends and your family. It has to be special to you. Good music will sell itself, I'm told. Still waiting on that. Buy my album? So those are my 3 best tips for choosing an album title. I hope you found it useful. Question of the video, what's your next album title? Do you know? Have you decided? Leave me a comment below letting me know. If you want to check out any other pop music tips, tricks, how-tos, tutorials, whatever, I'll put links in the description below, so make sure you check them out. And as always, like this video if you enjoyed it and subscribe if you're new. I put out new videos every single Wednesday. I'm Jonathan Miller, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye!